In other news, stakeholders in the startup ecosystem, together with support from the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, NEIP, are developing a bill to streamline funding support for startups. This forms part of a move by stakeholders to bring all business support programs targeting the youth under one umbrella through the National Entrepreneurship Policy. Chief Executive of the NEIP, Kofi Ofosu-Nkansah, disclosed this at an engagement with the Enterprise Bureau as part of its startup dialogue.
Because if we look at the startup index, Africa, I think the likes of Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, and sometimes Nigeria, they are quite ahead of Ghana in terms of how much investments they receive into their startups ecosystem. And it's because of the building blocks they laid, the foundation they laid and all that. Then Ghana too, we are not sleeping. As I speak now, a Startup Act is being developed by the ecosystem, and once it gets passed by Parliament and it gets a presidential assent, and we get to implement what is in the Act, it will help stimulate growth in the sector so that we can continue to provide support which will ensure growth of the sector. Typically, they need funding support, market access, regulatory support in terms of product certification at agencies like Standards Authority, FDA, and the like, tax compliance issues with Ghana Revenue Authority and other financial institutions. How do we give them exemptions? Already, if you come through NEIP, we're able to assess 5-year tax exemption. If you're a business person under 35, your first 5 years, you are tax exempt until such a time that you get some footing before you start paying tax. But these are isolated supports in the ecosystem now, which the Startup Act will bring together under a national entrepreneurship policy, so that from the government side, the policy framework will be available to drive the growth that we expect in the ecosystem, because entrepreneurship is the order of the day.
And that's your business update for now. Sports is coming up next.